Hi, David here. Subject today is on the New Zealand wine regions. It's the second of a two-part series of New Zealand wines, first being wine varieties, which you'll already see on the post. When visiting, spend a little time in at least one of the regions tasting the quality New Zealand wines. They are of exceptional value that are now available throughout the world. Wine and food lovers should explore more regions, sampling great wines, fresh food, scenery, as it will be the highlight of your New Zealand visit. For a relatively new small wine growing country, New Zealand has done exceptionally well, winning international awards for wines. Earlier on it was for Sauvignon Blanc, but now a wider range of grape varieties are enjoying the glory. Some of these examples were in 2009 at the International Wine Challenge in London. Clifford Bay Sauvignon Blanc won the International Sauvignon Blanc Trophy. In 2010, Decanter Worldwide Awards in London. Schubert Wines of Martinborough won the International Pinot Noir Trophy. In 2012, at Spiegel International Wine Competition, Hawke's Bay Shiraz was not only the champion Shiraz, but also the champion wine of the show. The New Zealand wine industry is committed to an independently audited quality assurance program called the Sustainability Wine Growers New Zealand. At this point of time, more and more New Zealand wineries are being accredited. As example, Hawke's Bay region, 70% of the wineries have been accredited. We'll now move on to the slideshow and I'll catch you at the end. The first slide is the map of New Zealand regions, a total of 10. The regions are measured as a percentage of total vineyard area in New Zealand. The main region produces 90% of the total wines, and in alphabetical order they are Canterbury, Gisborne, Hawke's Bay, Marlborough, Otago. The small regions produce a total of less than 10% of the total wines. They are Auckland, Bay of Plenty, Nelson, Northland, Wellington area. Now we will review all of the regions and the wines they produce. This will be a summary, and for full details of text refer to the post. First up is Canterbury. Commercial plantings started in late 1970s on the plains around Christchurch. Of more recent times, the Waipara Valley has been planted. Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, the most widely planted grapes, being 60% of the region's vineyards. Riesling and Sauvignon Blanc are much smaller plantings. Next region is Gisborne, which is in the northeast of the North Island, produces 6% of the total wine crop, being Chardonnay wines with intense fruit flavours. Our next region is Hawke's Bay, just south of Gisborne. It produces 14% of the national crop. Main varieties are reds. It's a premium red growing area, producing over 80% of the national vintage of both Cabernet, Merlot blend and Shiraz, styled to emulate the Bordeaux reds. In addition, Hawke's Bay produces up to 50% of the total annual vintage of Chardonnays. I've just brought up the chart on New Zealand vineyard areas. It is obvious both Hawke's Bay and Marlborough dominate the total New Zealand wine industry with over 70% of the total vineyard areas. The region of Marlborough is dominant with 50% of the total New Zealand vineyard area. It specialises in white wines, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, Pinot Gris, and more recently Pinot Noir. In just a few decades, Marlborough is recognised as one of the premium wine regions of the world, with an international reputation of producing the best Sauvignon Blanc in the world. As you can see, visitors to the region love the hospitality extended to enjoy the sampling of wines. All wineries have the expectation that some customers will buy their wines or stay for a meal of great New Zealand produce, or both. Our final main region is Otago, producing 5% of the national crop. Otago is the most southerly wine producing region in the world, situated at 45 degrees south. It's ringed by mountains, interlaced with lakes and deep river gorges. This is New Zealand's most spectacular vineyard setting. Central Otago is sheltered by an inland area with a continental microclimate characterised by hot, dry summers, short, cool autumns and crisp winters. This unique climate, combined with mostly glacier-derived soils, is ideally suited for Pinot Noir, producing expressive and elegant wines. Otago also produces a great variety of white wines, including Riesling, Pinot Gris and Chardonnay, with intensity and vibrancy. Now I'll cover the smaller regions in much less detail. Auckland, main varieties are Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet and Merlot, found in small vineyards just northwest of Auckland. The Bay of Plenty, main grape varieties are Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon. Nelson is unique in that it's at the top of the South Island. The region has a reputation of producing aromatic and some superb sticky wines grown in gravel-threaded clay soils. The majority of wines produced are Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, Pinot Gris, Pinot Noir and Merlot. Northland is at the top of the North Island. It's almost a subtropical climate that ripens the fruit far more quickly than the rest of the wine regions. Wines produced: white is Chardonnay, Pinot Gris, and the reds are mainly Cabernet Merlot blends. Our final region is Wellington. It is well known the Martinborough Pinot Noir success has driven the development of this region. It's a cool climate, provides long ripening period, ideal conditions for Pinot Noir Sauvignon Blanc. To wrap up this video, New Zealand is young to winemaking, but has excellence in the wine it produces. I hope you enjoy your visit to New Zealand. For assistance, complete the contact page and I'll be glad to help you. Until next time, make it a great day. David.